What's going on? It's Greg Campbell here, doing a quick little video with my Randall RD20 Diavlo, designed by Mike Fortin, and the Mooer 005, which is the 5053 pedal, based and designed on the tones that you get from an EHX 5153 series. So let's go ahead and mess around with some tones, working with some gorgeous cleans with just a little bit of dirt in them. And then going to get straight into the high gain with some new riffs I've been working on for a song today. So let's just get right to it. Let's bust out the clean, and I am using a Ibanez RGA series 42FM with Seymour Duncan Omega in the bridge and the original Ibanez Quantum neck pickup, which I think sounds fantastic. It's got that buttery tone in there, and it's very responsive, similar to an SH2. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and play just the basic clean setting I've dialed in with the Mooer 005. Once again, going through the Randall RD20 into the preamp, or excuse me, power amp section, the return of the effects loop. Very beautiful clean setting with just a pinch of dirt in there. Running it dry without any effects, it actually reminds me of the old System of Down, kind of a clean tone. Let's use the Seymour Duncan Omega fully engaged here in the treble section, and you get a lot more dirt in this clean. Awesome. The EVH tone, if you're familiar with their amps, is a very high gain, well-driven tube circuitry going on in those amps. And this pedal is going to give you kind of that reflection of tone. And I think it's coming pretty damn close. So as we get into the high gain stuff and some of these riffs I'm working on, you be the judge. Like and comment, share if you like this stuff. And I'm just a tone freak, and I like the high gain. I'm addicted to that tone and that crunch. And this pedal's working out really well. Once again, Mooer 005. They have changed the art on the pedal. If anyone follows Mooer and their designs, I believe they call it the brown sound, and it no longer has the EVH striping to it. I think they just call it the Mooer 005 brown sound, but I have the original 5053 series, and hopefully they didn't change the circuitry on the new one, because the circuitry on the older series with the Eddie Van Halen striping going on, it's white and black and gray. It's got a killer tone going on. Let's go ahead and try some effects. I'm using an Earthquakerdevices Avalanche Run, and I'm also going to run a Trinity T2 by TC Electronic and a Neo Clone by EHX. I'm loving this tone, very reminiscent of Love and Death and stuff that you hear Brian Welch write. It's one of my own melodies, but with these three pedals engaged, and the Mooer 005, you get a really solid, clean tone with just a little gain in there, just a little hair, and these three pedals give it that otherworldly kind of essence going on. We're going to use the rhythm selector. love it. That is a killer tone. That's running 3 pedals at the same time. I constantly, when I write music, I like to kind of create a Frankenstein of pedals and find what tone works best for the song and for me when I'm writing, some of the sounds that I hear in my mind or in my head when I'm thinking about it. And that's a beautiful tone. Let's go ahead and switch off the Neo Clone from EHX and you'll hear more of the clarity in that riff. Really nice tone right there. Now, let's engage the overdriven sounds. I'm going to slowly increase the volume so you can hear the headroom that this pedal offers. And running it through a tube amp, I believe you're going to get the most authentic tone out of this pedal to come close to an EVH. Let's crank up a little more volume on the guitar. Now we're going to use a Seymour Duncan Omega and slowly crank the volume. Crank up a hair more. Let's go all the way with it. Now you can hear the bite that's coming out of this thing. Wonderful pedal, solid design. Wish I could show it in the camera here, but it's down here on the floor plugged in. I'll attach an image somehow, but Mooer 005, they've knocked it out of the park with this tone. Going through the Randall RD20, sometimes running all those effects when I was doing the clean, used to get a little muddy, but using this pedal, it also seems to bring more attack and a little bit more of a sharpness to the tone. And running high gain, I really like the fact that the way I have it dialed in right now for my sound, I try to create my own signature tones when I'm writing songs, whatever's going to play the best part. It's got that genty feel, it's got that low end girth, that snarl in there. That's something I require when I'm playing constantly. I have to be able to dial in that sound. If I can't get it, then the pedal's not for me. But this one does it very well. In some of my past videos, I've used the Diesel Herbert, the Diesel VH4 pedals, and the Mooer Diesel Hagen pedal, which is fantastic, very high gain. But the 5053 series that they created has a little bit more of a defined chug. It's very high gain, but it's not extremely high gain like the Diesel Hagen. But it's enough in there that if you're playing any modern metal, progressive metal, you're going to get those tones. So enough talk and chatter about it. Let's go ahead and mess with some of those type riffs and see if it stays snug, tight, and focused. definitely has a sick chug tone going on. Hope you guys enjoy this video and can hear it's pushing some mad, crazy air right here. I'm using a vintage 30 Randall cabinet and sounding extremely nice. Let's go ahead and try some of that more stop and go, picking over the neck pickup, like gent type stuff, see if it still performs and sounds aggressive. Unbelievable riffing out here, but let's go ahead and let's mess with some lead settings, maybe some little melody grooves. I'm not much of a lead guy, more of a rhythm guy, but I noticed with whatever pickup I'm using, the Mooer 005 really shines with some lead work as well. See what I mean? Not a lead player, but I'll try. Anyway, practice makes perfect, and I haven't practiced that solo. Let's go ahead and mess around with some more effects, because I love how this groove came out too. This is a what is it? Earthquakerdevices Avalanche Run, digital or analog delay with a little reverb. love how it even stays consistent with these bigger chords, open grooves. Forgive me, I'm just kind of riffing out with it today, but I really want to showcase the tone that I found with this thing this afternoon, and it's absolutely killer. It's raging it. I like it a lot. Let's try some darker, bigger, fuller chords and see if it achieves good tone as well, and we'll call it a day. But I hope you guys like this. That's all the time we have for today, but really liking this pedal. Mooer 005. Get yourself one, and I'll see you guys later. Signal chain for today, basically we'll recap, was the Ibanez RGA42FM with a Seymour Duncan Omega in the bridge, going into this Randall RD20 Fort Design Diavlo with the Mooer 005 going directly into the power amp setting, the return of the effects loop. And the effects for today that we were using were the EHX Neo Clone, the Earthquakerdevices Avalanche Run, which is a delay reverb, and a TC Electronics Trinity T2. Catch you guys next time.